Most volcanoes take hundreds of thousands of years to form. But if you think they all take their time, think again. In 1943, 300 earthquakes shook the quiet Mexican village of Paracutin in a single day. As the tremors continued, a farmer's land opened up, belching out smoke and ash. In less than 24 hours, a 40-foot cinder cone had sprung up. A volcano was born. A week later, it was 500 feet tall.
A volcano grew from nothing in this guy's field, and you can imagine the farmer probably wasn't particularly happy about this.
In just 1 year, the volcano stood 1,200 feet high. After 9 years of eruptions, the new volcano took more than 10 square miles of land and destroyed 2 villages. Then it stopped, and it has not erupted since. Today, the 1,390-foot Paracutin volcano is considered one of the wonders of the natural world. Volcanoes can erupt in an instant, but their effects can linger for decades. The 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens lasted just 9 hours. In that short time, it killed 57 people and caused nearly $2 billion in damage by today's standards. It has taken more than 20 years for the region to make even a partial recovery. On the Big Island of Hawaii, a lava flow's direction can decide the fate of entire communities. A lava flow started an agonizing crawl down Kilauea's southeast slope toward the fishing village of Kalapana in 1983. Sandy Smith witnessed it firsthand.
I watched it come down the hillside. I had a good 4 years before it came down, and I finally had to move. And I only moved because when I looked out of my bedroom window, I could see the lava flow coming 200 feet away. You know, and I said, well, I guess it's time to go.
But Smith refused to leave the area, even after her house was destroyed. She simply moved down the road. Then a second flow in 1990 destroyed that home too, along with the rest of the village. 15 years later, she still has that indomitable spirit.
Kalapana's not gone. Kalapana's still there. It's just under lava flow. And what is Kalapana? Kalapana is its people. And we're all still here. And as soon as the lava flow is finished, we'll all go back and rebuild.
Millions of people around the world have learned to live with volcanoes and even benefit from them.
In most parts of the world, volcanoes are looked at both as a destructive force, but also as a renewing force. Here in Hawaii, that's part of the Hawaiian culture. They really view the lava flows even as a renewing force.
Hardened lava, centuries old, becomes volcanic soil rich in nutrients. Farmers have known that for generations. Despite the risk, they gladly plant their crops on the slopes of volcanoes. Iceland, home to many active volcanoes, has learned to harness geothermal energy on a large scale. This energy does everything from heating homes to providing electricity. Volcanic activity can also offer some pleasures.
If you've got hot volcanic activity and you have hot springs, I mean, think about it. If you have a hot bath right there all the time, why not?
In many areas of the world, steep slopes of volcanoes provide a refuge for rare plants and animals. And billions of years ago, volcanic gases created our atmosphere. Volcanoes may have even helped kickstart life on Earth. Deep down on the ocean floor, they are still fostering life. Scientists estimate that there are more than 5,000 active submarine volcanoes, about 70% of the Earth's total. In the spring of 2004, ROPOS, a United States government research vessel, dived 1 mile deep into the South Pacific to study these sunken volcanoes. What scientists found was astonishing.
Look at the yellow there. When it, oh my God, look at.
Ash, smoke, and boiling water burst from underwater vents. Communities of shrimp, crabs, and fish living much deeper than usual. Volcanoes can be found everywhere, but they are found in greater numbers in one spot, the Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire is a zone where Earth unleashes some of its greatest fury. It stretches around the Pacific Ocean from southern Chile to Alaska to New Zealand. 80% of the world's largest earthquakes strike here, as well as 4 out of 5 tsunamis. The Ring of Fire is also home to more than half the world's active volcanoes.
And these are actually the volcanoes that tend to be the most explosive and the most dangerous.
The volcanic activity comes from collisions of massive tectonic plates. The largest and heaviest, the Pacific Plate, plunges under others, which allows magma to form closer to Earth's surface than normal. This makes it easier for magma to return to the surface in the form of eruptions. But not all volcanoes are found at the edge of tectonic plates. The active volcanoes on the Big Island of Hawaii are right in the middle of the Pacific Plate.
There's a hot spot deep within the Earth's interior that provides the heat above to melt rocks at a depth of about 40 to 50 miles.
The hot spot is a weak point in a tectonic plate where magma breaks through. Slowly but steadily, it works its way to the surface in the middle of the ocean, eventually giving birth to land. In fact, each of the Hawaiian Islands has grown from the same hotspot.
Because the Pacific Plate is moving out towards the northwest at 8 to 10 centimeters a year, the volcanoes basically grow and then they get rafted away from this hotspot within the Earth's interior.
Kauai, the oldest of the 8 major Hawaiian islands, is the farthest to the west. It's older than 4.5 million years. The Big Island of Hawaii is the youngest and the only one with active volcanoes. In fact, it is made up of 5 volcanoes that merged as they grew. The natural beauty makes it easy to forget the dangers.
You might have an experience that you'll never forget, but you might not have very long to forget it.
Some 800 tourists suffered volcano-related injuries in Hawaii in 2005. The Hawaiian Islands are relatively young compared to the 4.5 billion-year-old Earth. And they are still growing. A new island is forming right now underwater. Loihi is growing southeast of Hawaii, and scientists predict it will break the ocean surface in 10,000 years. Kilauea volcano is one of the most active in the world. It has been erupting since 1983, and it produces enough lava every day to fill 40,000 dump trucks. Since 1986, 500 acres of new land have been created right before our eyes.
It's an ever-changing scene down here with lava that's 8 years old or 7 years old, and lava behind me that's 1 week old. Every time I come down here, it's a different scenario. This could all be gone tomorrow.
The Big Island of Hawaii is also home to Mauna Kea, the world's tallest volcano. It may not seem that tall until you realize how much more is hidden under the water. But if you measure Mauna Kea from its base on the ocean floor, it is actually taller than Everest.